Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing an 8-4 Dragons of Tarkir Fate Reforged draft. Open Dragonlord Ojutai, which is worth a bunch of tickets, so it's an awesome first pick, especially in an 8-4. Otherwise, there's some really good picks in here. Draconic Roar, Flatten, Pacifism. All three of those I think would easily be a first pick if we didn't have... Like, I'm trying to think, if this card wasn't worth 13 tickets or whatever it's worth, would it still be worthy of first picking? Probably. I mean, that's a pretty hyper efficient dragon. 5 mana, 5/4 flying. It's got the hexproof as soon as you play it. More abilities on top of that. I mean, there's probably a reason why it's worth so much. I've only played against it once, likely because it's a mythic. Maybe twice I've played against it, but I've never gotten a chance to draft it, so we'll take it. Ooh, follow-up pick with the Breeze Dancer? No, I think follow-up pick is more likely the Pacifism, which stays on color with the Dragonlord. I mean, Cunning Breeze Dancer is really good, but Pacifism's pretty premium 2-drop removal. And I've gone over too many times now with all these drafts of why Pacifism's probably weaker in this format than it's been before, so I'm not going to go through all those reasons again. But yes, Pacifism, still premium removal despite some shortcomings in this format. Epic Confrontation, also good. You guys know how I love my Drowners, but this card doesn't exactly shine in blue-white anyway. But yeah, Breeze Dancer's good. We're going to take Pacifism. You know what? I actually like Illusory Gains, especially after that last draft. It's not Mind Control. As much as you want it to be Mind Control, it is not quite Mind Control, but it is still very good. I actually like it, so I'm going to take it. And Scion of Ugin maybe would also be an option. I like Anticipate. Reduce in Stature is playable, but not great. Illusory Gains it is. Silumgar Sorcerer. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the format, so I'm pretty happily picking it up here, despite it being a bit more difficult. Well, I mean, you can always exploit itself, so it's not even, like, ever a shortcoming. It's either a 3-mana 2/1 Flash Flyer or 3-mana 2/1 Flash Flyer that counters something. If you want it, maybe, you know, or a 3-mana counter target creature spell, which isn't great, but still very good. We'll take it. Volcanic Vision. Well, that's going a little bit deep. I could take the Ojutai Monument. Lightwalker's also fine. Probably want the Drowner here, though. Although, like I said, Exploit tends to get a little bit less good in blue-white. But they're still, like, blue cards. Like, if I pick up Palace Familiars or Jeskai Sages, or Youthful Scholars, Drowner's going to be great. And it's a good ground blocker. Buys me time. And actually, it works reasonably well with Illusory Gains. Steal a creature, and then if they don't play one and you don't want them to get their creature back, you can just exploit it. Otherwise, Monument would be a fine pick there, too. Okay. I think we're just going to be slamming Palace Familiar here. I do like my Skywise teachings, but Palace Familiar with Sorcerer and Drowner just seems like something I really am going to want to do. Okay, so Dromoka Warrior, Lore Master, Ojutai's Breath. Lore Master currently can possibly bring back Pacifism, possibly bring back Illusory Gains. It's not bad, actually. Otherwise, Dromoka Warrior's a nice, cheap, efficient threat. Ojutai's Breath's not bad. Tends to shine fairly well in decks like this. I think I'll take the Lore Master, though. I could think of plenty of cards I want to pick up, like Enduring Victory, Sandblast, the cards I already have. Lore Master is potentially pretty good in here. Just in case, I want the Carsey Deceiver. I mean, it's currently not great, admittedly, but if I pick up enough Morph guys, it could be good. It's not like I'm passing anything of substance. I actually think I'm going to take the Lurker over the Anticipate. Lurker's pretty good. Having an unblockable guy, and I guess it doesn't work that great with Card-Sea Deceiver. I mean, you can morph it a mana cheaper. It's not that great, but I'm probably not going to end up playing Card-Sea Deceiver unless I get a ton of morph to support it. I'll take the Lurker over the Anticipate. I do like Anticipate, though. All right, we'll take Orator. I mean, we do have a dragon. It's not a great card, but it's a blocker. Buys you time. None of these cards really matter. I'll take the Sentry for sideboard in case I need it. Cut white, too. Fate Forgotten's a good sideboard card. Take that. Naturalized, I guess, can bust our pacifism, so... and our illusory gain, so I suppose I'll hate that. All right. We got Sentries for days. Yeah, if I need Dragon's Eye Sentries out of side. There's, like, situationally times where you'd probably want to bring in Dragon's Eye Sentry, but not very often. I would say we had a pretty successful pack one there. Opened a high-ticket card, and got some nice cards to support it. Only picked up one removal, although I kind of count illusory gains as removal as well. All right, Strong Arm Monk is an option, a card I like quite a bit. Dragonlord's Prerogative is fine. It's pretty premium card draw, actually. There's another Lurker. Strong Arm Monk doesn't look great right now, mostly because I only have 2 non-creature cards. The same argument for why Lore Master doesn't look that good. I'm fine taking Prerogative. I think it's a pretty powerful card. I do think it's pretty powerful. Especially when you have other instant speed things to do, which we don't have much of it, I guess. But you really want to keep your eye open for stuff like I can, instant speed cards like Sorcerer, where it's like I can leave up a counter spell, or I can play Dragonlord's Prerogative and draw a bunch of cards. The Reveal a Dragon aspect of it is pretty much moot. I could just take a cheap beater too. There's nothing wrong with that. I think I'll take the Prerogative. I mean, it's rare. It is a powerful effect. I've definitely used it to good effect before. Okay. Mischief Kieran seems correct. I've been criticized for not taking Sunstriker. I actually think Sunstriker is a good card, but I think Kieran is significantly better despite being more common. Mostly because it only costs 2 to morph. And Sunstriker's quite a bit of investment for a 2/2 flying double strike. I mean, if you think about it, grand total mana expenditure if you want it megamorphed is 8 mana. That's pretty big. Whereas grand total for this is 5 for a 3/2 flying vigilance. It's pretty nice. So, we'll take the Kieran. Ooh, Youthful Scholar is pretty insane. I do like my removal. Enduring Victory is good, but Youthful Scholar is hard to pass. Very good card. Cunning Breeze Dancer. There could be our dragon number 2. I think I'm going to take that. So it's a great dragon. And might even be able to play Orator of Ojutai now, possibly. Ojutai's Breath would also be fine. Our removal is a little bit lacking now, isn't it? Okay, Pacifism, Illusory Gains. Yeah, it's pretty low, but we can still find some more. Let's take the Breeze Dancer. I like Dragon Hunter. Pretty tough to pass that. We need some more early action anyway. I like Sandstorm Charger, but we're going to take Dragon Hunter. Okay. I'm okay with Territorial Rock. It's not great, but we've got a pretty nice looking late game right now, so I think Territorial Rock will work at least. Otherwise, I could take a Monument if I wanted to. If I saw something in black, I'd want to splash, but I think we're just going to take the Rock. Okay, Aerial Maneuver is certainly a combat trick, so I'm okay taking that. At this point, I can probably comfortably cut Deceiver. I think I would rather play Orator of Ojutai. Blocks a little bit better, buys time a little bit better. It's actually good sack fodder to our exploit too, like a sorcerer or something, especially if it's drawn you a card. We don't need a Mystic Meditation. I think I'm going to hate the most powerful card here, although there's nothing really powerful. I guess I'll hate the Dutiful Attendant. There's certain decks that really want it. And there's just no way I'm going to play Mystic Meditation. Wow, Stronger Monk tabled? We'll take it. It's definitely got more potential upside than Negate. I mean, I think we're going to play it too. I think there's a pretty good chance. Despite only having 4 cards, it's pretty powerful with like Artful Maneuver especially. But if we find some more removal, even Stronger Monk can be very good. None of these cards matter again. I guess I'll take the Dutiful Attendant number 2. Alright, well, hate a Segmented Crotique. I don't think Ancient Carp's got a very high chance of making the deck. Inspiring Call can be good. Tygom Strike, I don't think I'm going to play it. It's pretty good with Strong Arm Monk, I guess, but we'll take the Conifer Strider just because that card can be annoying to deal with. A lot of late green cards, but, I mean, we've definitely seen enough blue and white playables where we've carved out a pretty nice looking base for a blue-white deck. So, I really want some more removal. Basically, I only have Pacifism and Illusory Gains at the moment, so I'm hoping to pick up Sandblasts and, God, is there any other white removal I can see out of Fate Reforged? It probably is, I just can't think of what it is right now. I guess Sky Captain's fine. Well, to be honest, there's not much else we want at all. So Sky Captain, I could take the Backwater speculatively on a Black Splash, but Sky Captain is fine in this deck. It's a good exploit card. It has flying. It's a good blocker a lot of the time. Ooh, Light Form is pretty amazing, so... Oh my god, never passed the Torrent Elemental? Well, I can't pass Torrent Elemental. This card's upside is absolutely ridiculous. Light Form is one of those cards that I can't imagine passing, but here's where I imagine passing it. Even if you can't use the ability, which we can't, we have no hope of using the put it from exile on the battlefield. It's a 5-mana 3/5 flying that taps all creatures your opponent controls. That's out of control good. There's our Black Splash card. Guess I could take Lotus Eye Mystics. What's interesting is it can bring back Illusory Gains and Pacifism, which isn't to be overlooked. Other than that, it's mediocre, but I think we'll take it anyway. I just don't think I'm going to be able to splash for Reach of Shadows very easily. I possibly could, but I have no fixing. I'll take the Mystics. I like the idea of possibly bringing back Illusory Gains or Pacifism. I think that's actually some pretty decent upside. Geez, past Cloudform? Well, happily picking that up. If Cloudform manages to flip a Breeze Dancer, Torrent Elemental, either of those, that's pretty insane. I think we're a 18 land deck currently. Geez, back-to-back Cloudforms? Well, I'm going to take it over Jeskai Sage, despite Sage being good with Sorcerer and Drowner. There's no way I'm passing a Cloudform. Could have had a Light Form and double Cloudform. That would have been ridiculous. All right, Whisk Away. Our deck needed removal. This is it. What's our weakest card that I would feel comfortable sideboarding at the very least? Probably I guess the Lotus Eye Mystics, even though it's kind of cool. Actually, Lotus Eye Mystics bring back Cloud. Suddenly, Lotus Eye Mystics got, like, actually okay. Maybe the weakest card's, like, Orator, although it's a decent blocker. Probably Rock's worse, then. I mean, granted, our curve might be a little bit high, but Whisk Away is pretty nice. All right. Well, Jeskai Sage it is. I mean... River Prowler doesn't really work in here anyway, so Jeskai Sage is actually pretty good. And Cloud Forms also can be brought back with Lore Master. That's something to keep in mind. Maybe I still cut Orator. It just seems like the worst, or at least Sage feels like a pretty strict upgrade. None of these cards matter. I don't need Thornwood Falls, although it helps potentially for Torrent Elemental. Maybe I'd take it if I see some more lands. I could just play them. It's not like they cost me too much. I'll take it. I'm not giving up anything I care about. I don't care about any of these either. Let's, none of these cards matter, I guess. I'll take the Grim Contest. Abzan Advantage can be a sideboard card. Will the Naga might actually be fine. We're so removal light. I might actually want Will the Naga. I might find a place for this because I got only Pacifism, Whisk Away, Illusory Gains. I might be able to find a way to make Will the Naga have a place in this deck. We have Fate Forgotten, so I don't think we need Abzan Advantage. All right, I'll take the second Grim Contest. Just hating those cards, which I think is pretty good. Archers, I guess, can block us. I'm not going to play Refocus, so. All right, we'll take the Skullkeeper. Not going to play it, though. Warflare is a little more brutal than Lightning Shrieker. We ended up with a very good deck. I basically just have to make one cut. Last pick, playable sideboard card. I guess I probably don't sideboard into Skullkeeper all that often, but this deck's cool, and we're playing 18 lands for sure. So I basically just need to figure out what needs to get cut. Got more than enough creatures. Cloud Forms are creatures as well. I don't want to cut any of my non-creature cards, including the Cloud Forms, of course. So maybe it's Lotus Eye Mystics. I think Lore Master's got more potential upside than Mystics. Mystics a lot of time can be like a clunky 4-drop. But I just liked the idea of being able to bring back Pacifism, Illusory Gains, Cloud Forms from my yard. It's not bad. I could cut the Sky Captain, but I think it's probably a better card than Mystics most of the time. This might be a deck where Mystics possibly has the edge on it, but it's only situationally better. I think we'll cut the Mystics. Like I said, I like the idea of it in this deck, but I think Lore Master is going to play a similar role and possibly pan out better for us. So this deck's very good. This deck is very, very good. Wow, we're pretty light in white. Not that much white. And we don't need whiteness. Well, we need white early, I guess, for Dragon Hunter. I guess the split we probably want to do is 10-8. Because we do need double blue, but we also need white early. And with 10 blue sources, we really should be able to see double blue by turn 3 pretty consistently. And if I go 7, there's a chance I just don't see white. Okay, so I think I'm pretty pleased with this deck. We ended up with just enough removal where I think we'll be fine. Like Pacifism, Whisk Away, Illusory Gains, Will the Naga is like just enough removal where I'm pretty comfortable. Artful Maneuvers, at least a combat trick, which can pay some big dividends as well. Cool deck. Very cool deck. So, running it like this, and we'll see you round one.